All right. All right, okay. Believe I have finally fixed the issues that were plaguing me all last week. I am so sorry. I don't know. I mean, I know what was going on finally because I finally figured it out. But God, it was such a mess. I felt so sad about how I just wasn't able to figure it out until like the end of last week. So if you came last Monday and you weren't able to hear me, see me, I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure everything's okay now. So let me know in chat. I mean, I did a test right before. Like, I did a test stream with all the same settings, and like everything sounded good. So let me know, because now I'm paranoid. Let me know in chat. Pop out if you're in Patreon. There's a way to kind of kick yourself out and just go into YouTube. If you're in my Discord, or if you're part of like my broadcast community on Instagram, the link is there too. So you can just go directly into YouTube. I think you'll just have to sign in order to chat. But hopefully that's not too much of an ask. I would love, love, love to hear from y'all, have you check in. I even love knowing where everybody's like tuning in from. It's like one of my favorite things. Also, before we get going, I have here over in the corner some flyers promoting my workshop and my performance this weekend in San Diego. Let me actually add in the link for these things so that just in case, if you want to come take these workshops with me, that you can come and do that. Okay, great, it does link. Yeah, so this is the workshop that's on Saturday. That will be from 2 to 4 p.m. in San Diego, and it's at a space. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, so glad you're here. Stephanie, can you hear me okay? I hope so. So this will be at the dance house. It's, I'm pretty sure that's near, let me see. I lived in San Diego so briefly. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like over by OB, if you're familiar with the area. It's like right underneath SeaWorld. Hey, Sarah. Yay, Stephanie can hear me. Hey, Claudia. So Saturday, again, my workshop, it's like right underneath where SeaWorld's at. And then the show is at a place called the Adams Theater, Adams Avenue Theater. Let's see what area that's in. Okay, that's over kind of where I was thinking. It's such a silly name. Every time I like pull up San Diego neighborhoods, I'm like, ah, yes, Normal Heights. So the show is in a neighborhood called Normal Heights. It's such a rad area. It's really good restaurants and everything all around. So I'll be there on Sunday performing. I'm really excited about that piece, you guys. Really, really excited. When Amanda asked me to do this show, she was like, hey, it's all like magic and witch themed. Here's my available themes. And I was super attracted to the druid. I don't know, I just felt pulled towards the whole druid aesthetic. And I came up with a really cool piece. I'm really excited about this one. So it's very like elemental. It's very like organic feeling. And it's kind of a fun blend between like yoga and belly dance and like Pilates. I don't know. It's just it's just a little bit of everything. And that's kind of what my workshop is based on as well, is like how to fuse these things together, yeah? To make us more aware, more conscious of ourselves and in a space. So yeah, super pumped about this workshop and performance. Literally, as soon as we get off here from stream, I'm just going to fully immerse myself back into rehearsing, figuring out like a couple of details that I need to like hash out. And then, yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Super duper excited. Let me adjust this one thing because I was like messing around with settings like ever since my whole stream thing took a literal fucking nosedive last week. The thing that I ended up having to do, I'll say this and then we'll get going into class because people are here. Welcome, welcome. I just had to like reset everything, just like scorched earth, shut it down, delete everything, reset it up. So that's why I was having some issues like around Wednesday because I like improperly reset some things. So yeah. Glad I got that figured out. So for today, we're going to be going over things that I want to use to prepare for class. So we're going to be doing some split work. So I want to use like a strap from the jump. So as you see on my mat down there, I have my strap. I have blocks ready also for class. I want to work on balance and like just feeling really steady and grounded through my feet. And then some nice like hip opening because a lot of aspects in my piece require me to be able to like shift my weight, get deep into my hips. So those are some of the things I would like to work on for today. But if there's something you want to work on in particular, like a little detail you want to add in there, please let me know in the chat. Yeah. If you just hopped in, welcome. We're just talking about what we're doing in this class today. Going to be focusing on some split leg positions, hip opening. But if there's something specific you'd like to work on, please type it in the chat. Or if you're in Patreon, you can also just comment, and hopefully I will see it. At least that's my intention. I want to get into all those things. So I'll give it like another 60 seconds. I know there's a little bit of a delay. All right. Everybody's down for whatever I've got in the plan then, I guess. Exactly, Sarah. It's like, hell yeah, let's go. All right, kiddos. Woo! Also, holy shit. I taught an inversion workshop this week, and oh my God, my ass is so sore. I was training everybody to be really, really mindful and really good with their like leg strength and core strength throughout. And boy, oh boy, am I ever feeling it. My goodness. I'm incredibly sore. I'm actually gonna let this be my front. Oh, okay. So we're gonna do some butt stuff to put me back together. Yeah. All right. We'll lay down on our back. Oh, what did I do? What did I do to myself? Oh my God. Also, I'm so pleased that it's finally, oh, I see you, Renee. Can't message in YouTube, but my legs and neck need some love after art fair weekend. Yes, let's do that shit. I see you. I see you. We're gonna do all of that. All right, so feet are on the ground. We'll bring your feet wide on your mat and we'll knock your knees together. So in yoga, this is like people will call it broken bridge. Yeah. And we'll bring your hands like onto your belly or out by your side. And we'll take like about 5 breaths here together. So full, complete inhalation through your nose. And exhale either out of your mouth or out of your nose. Yeah. I'm gonna bump this down just a little bit. I want y'all to see the whole mat kit and caboodle. There we go. That should work. That should work. Oh. Y'all, this is going to be put Tracy Lynn back together, man. That's going to be the goals for today. All right. Now, after that last breath, let's start to windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Yeah. Now, I know usually our effort is always about going out, but I kind of want you to focus on just this sense of internally rotating and rocking the knees inwards. Yeah. So we're kind of getting into some adduction here. So it's like windshield wipers, but kind of with an opposite intention. I hope that makes sense. Ugh. Yeah, so when I'm bringing that right knee like in and down to the ground, I'm feeling such an enormous stretch through my right side hip flexor. All right, we'll bring the legs back to neutral and then we'll bring them together and we'll open up the knees nice and wide. We'll press your low spine into the ground. We'll bring your hands right behind your head. And I want you to curl up into a little crunch here for me. Good. Just looking down the midline of the body, a little bit of a core warm up. Inhale, I want you to return the head and neck back down. And with your exhale, curl up. Lower and lift. Again, low spine is staying into the ground. This is 3. Good. 4. 5. We only have 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Returning the head, neck all the way back down. We'll bring our legs back to the width of your mat there. Now we'll do that same windshield wipe, but with the emphasis going all the way out to the sides. So working our windshield wipers like we normally do. Last 3. Last 2. and a 1. We'll take it back towards center. We'll bring the soles of the feet back together into that Baddha Konasana. Great. Hands are going to come behind your head once more. You have the option to keep your feet on the ground or to float them up. Legs stay in one space. Low spine remains on the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, curl up. Good. Curl up. Nice. We got 5. Last 4. 3. 2. Hold it up on 1. Reach your arms forward. Interlace all except for your index. We're going to go for a little pulse. I want you to reach your pointer fingers towards that center of your foot. Up, up. Nice. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Both of your knees towards your chest. Take some big butterfly circles now. And then we'll reverse those circles the other way. All right. We'll circle the feet down to the ground, but we'll keep our right foot up so that we can work into a split leg position here with our straps. Strap, t-shirt, or towel, or if you don't have anything, then just lengthen your leg up to the sky, grab wherever's accessible, is going to reach up towards the sky. Yeah. Now I want you to think about heel stacking directly over the hip socket. A lot of dorsiflexion or flexed foot here, yeah? Toes wanting to pull back towards your face. Left leg can stay as is, or it can start to creep away from you, right? Now that can be a little bit, a lot of bit, or all the way. One thing I will say, my legs do feel really good because holy shit, did we ever do a lot of split legs in that inversion workshop. As soon as this week is done and I get through, I've literally been working like 6 days a week for the past couple weeks. I'm going to do a recorded version of that inversion workshop and kind of offer it to the world as like a downloadable thing to get. So really excited about creating that. I promise it won't be a 4-hour long thing. It'll be probably half of that, I'm hoping, because I'm just gonna like drill through things, show people what we did. Let's try to dig this right leg a little bit closer towards us. Oh, yes. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Let's transfer both strap ends into your left hand. If your left leg is still bent, let's lengthen it long, and then we'll take the leg across our body to get into our IT band. So low spine is gonna stay on the ground. My right thumb is gonna try to hook into my right hip crease, and I'm gonna try to just get a little bit of space there. Oh, all right. Well, let's bring it back towards center. We'll grab the strap. Now with our right hand, we'll bring a bend back into our left leg, and we're gonna open and separate both legs away from each other. So right leg goes to the right, left knee goes to the left. Option to float your left foot up and off of the ground if you want a more intense groin and inner thigh stretch. It's probably one of my favorite ways to do this. Legs a floating. Crotch open. Woof. All right, babies, let's bring it all the way back in. Let's open up your strap ends, switch it out so left foot is in the holster, right foot is on the ground. We're starting with those nice flexed feet, yeah. Great, and then taking space with the left side. And throughout these stretches, we're really focusing on our breath, yeah? Can I just tell you guys, I know this isn't the same weather pattern, but here in LA, oh, it's getting so crisp and chilly in the morning. I'm absolutely fucking obsessed with it. I woke up, was like, ooh, wool socks? Time to do yoga in the morning in a sweatshirt? Yes. All right, we'll try to bring the left leg a little bit closer to us. Y'all, this side is always so upset. I'm just gonna be grunting and groaning this entire time. Hope you're down. All right, let's grab this strap with just your right hand. Left thumb is gonna go into your left hip crease, and let's stretch out your IT band. So we're taking the left leg across the midline or across your center, but we're not twisting right. If your whole low back is showing to the side, come on back and just focus on how much the leg can come across your belt line, yeah? All right, let's bring it back through center. Strap goes into left hand. Right knee bends. Let's open up the hips. So left foot off to the side. You know me, I like to lift up my right leg. It's a bent knee position, yeah? So whatever you end up choosing to do, keeping the foot on the ground or floating, we're just trying to bust it open, yeah? Bust it on a Monday. All right, we'll do one last breath here. And then we'll bring it all the way back home. Jeez Louise. Let's take the strap off of our foot. Maybe we'll use it later. I don't know. Just throw it off to the side. And let's lengthen both of your legs up towards the sky. Now that the hamstrings are open, this might feel a little bit better for you. Arms will be by your side. You can point or flex. We're going to do a little bit of a pike and a hip lift. Yeah? Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now, things I want you to focus on, right, is to slow down your descent. So even if you go up on a 1, try to come down on 2, yeah? Lift and lower. Good, we've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands are going to come behind your knees now. Let's curl up and rock like a ball up and down the length of your mat. You can cross your ankles as you do this. You can keep the legs next to each other. But let's use your core strength, use your momentum. And let's rock all the way through to tabletop position. All fours, hands and knees. And we'll go through some cat-cows or barrel rolls. So spinal warm-up of your choice. Heart space working forward, rounding and contracting, right? You can do this all the live long day. Or working, my personal favorite, these guys. To me, the barrel rolls not only work as an awesome spinal extension and spinal folding or contraction movement shape, but the barrel rolls add in all the muscles that support the spine to the hips. So if you deal with a lot of low back, side back pain, Try those 360 rolls. It'll feel really, really good. If you're doing it in one direction, be sure to do it in the other direction now. All right, and once we're nice and balanced, we'll come back to a neutral position and we'll spin both of our hands into external rotation. So fingertips face back towards your knees. Your knees can walk together and forwards to take some of the weight and pressure off of them. Now maybe where you're at, you feel the stretch in the forearms, or you play a little bit with just leaning back, peeling up one heel of the hand, bending the elbow. Right? That gets into the bottoms of your hands. So my friends that do a lot of typing, instrument playing, right? Stretch out the bottoms of your hands. It really makes a difference. Of course, do the same thing on the other side. All right. Let's tuck our toes, sit back onto our heels, and I want you to shake your hands out. Woo. And then we'll stretch the top of our forearms. I want you to wrap your left hand around the top of your right, lengthen the arm forwards, and think about pulling the hand back towards you. Great. Do the same thing on the other side. Great, shake out your hands one more time. And take the bottoms of your feet onto the ground. And I want you to see if you can contract. So pull the belly back in. Do a little stretch for your right side ankle. Well, guys, I'm back to listening to Wham again. I'm vibing on this bar playlist I made. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Oh, I am so desperate for an ankle crack. I would pay my ankle right now if it could pop. All right, let's bring both of those knees back down. We'll tuck our toes again, and let's try to go into a little balance back here on your toes. Yeah? If that doesn't work for you, then you can just go back to toes and knees on the ground. But let's see if we can take again this little tiny balance on our heels, yeah? Hands can rest on your thighs, arms can be by your side, or you can even take the arms up and overhead. Let's try to lift our ass barely off of our heels. Nice, can we do it again? Lift it barely up. Again, barely up, barely up, barely up, barely up, all the way up, balancing up on your tippy toes. Yes, for 3. Great for 2, and forward fold on 1. Let's lower our heels back down, melt towards the front of your mat. If you ended up somewhere on your mat, walk your way to the front. And I want you to just let everything hang nice and heavy here. All right. Now we'll stay in this hip width distance position. We'll go into a halfway lift, lengthening everything out. And with your exhale, take a nice deep fold here. Yes, inhale, let's rise all the way up to standing. Big breath in. Exhale, hands come to heart. You can walk the feet together for a more traditional position. Inhale, reach the arms up, breath in. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Let's plant our hands and step back into a high plank. Knees can lower to the ground, chaturanga. Bend your elbows to 90. Upward facing dog, back bend. So press through the arms straight, tops of the feet into the ground. You can also do low cobra if the spine isn't vibing here. And let's send it back into our first downward facing dog. So A-shaped position here. You can wiggle and squiggle, moving your hips from side to side. I'm gonna take my socks off so I can grip the ground. Oh, yes. We'll take one more breath here. Nice. And then we'll start to work through our Sun A flow. Heels lift up nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the front of your mat any way you want. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. And with your exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, bring hands towards heart center. Inhale, reach the arms back up. And with your exhale, fold forwards, hinging with a nice flat spine. Amazing. Halfway lift. And with your exhale, hands plant, chaturanga. If you step back on the first side, try to step back with your non-dominant on the other. Elbows bend to 90, upward facing. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Again, 3 breaths. All right, heels lift, great. Knees bend, see the front. Travel to the front of your mat again. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, bring hands towards heart center. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Good, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, we'll plant your hands, we'll step back, bend the elbows to 90, upward facing dog, and then again, take it back into downward facing dog. Now let's walk our feet to the back, or walk our hands to the back towards our feet. Your feet are already at the back, I just wanted to meet them. All right, we're gonna go into our halfway lift position. Great. But then I want you to bend into your knees. So you're kind of sitting back into this hip width distance or even wider chair position at the back, yeah? I want your arms to reach towards the upper hand corner of your space. Breath in. With your exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Sweep your arms back behind you. Nice. Now inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Shift your weight into your left foot and lift up your right leg. Point the right toe down to the ground, yeah? Hands are gonna come towards heart center. Open up the leg out to the side. Nice, take it back to center. Lower the foot down. Sit back into that chair position with your arms behind you. Nice, nice. Inhale, reach the arms back to the front. Sweep them back behind you, exhale. Inhale, shift weight into right foot, lift up your left. Hands come to heart center, open up the leg out to the left-hand side. Great. Back to center. Reach both of the arms up. Sit back. Great. We're going to do that all again one more time. Reach the arms forward. Sweep the arms back. Balance on your left foot. Lift up your right. Nice. Hands come to heart. Hip opens up out to the side. Back to center, arms up, foot down, arms sweep back. It's just the arm sweep forward, arm sweep back. Stand up tall on your right foot, left leg lifts. Good. Hands to heart, leg opens up out to the side. Back to center, arms reach up. Nice. Step the foot back, reach the arms back behind you. Now inhale, reach the arms towards the upper hand corner, breath in. With your exhale, fold back forwards. Really good. Let's walk forwards on your hands. Move the feet back to a neutral position if they were pretty wide. And then let's head back into downward facing dog. Right leg is gonna lift. Let's open up your hip. Bend into your right knee, circle things out. Nice, circle them into the other direction. My whole face is literally in my sweatshirt. All right, let's square things off. We'll lengthen through your leg. And then we'll go knee to nose. We'll step through into a low lunge position. And we'll grab up both of your blocks. We'll lower your left knee down to the ground. And we'll meet in this enjeu position. Now, if you're on a hard floor like me, even with a mat, it can still be really ouchy on your knees. So taking a little bit of padding can be super awesome and make a huge difference in your comfort in these lunging positions. Yeah. All right, we'll take a breath in. And with your exhale, we'll lengthen out through the right leg and we'll pull back. Again, we'll bend into the front knee. And with your exhale, we'll pull back. Great, 3 more times. Last one. We'll lengthen through the right leg, and our back foot is going to adjust. Yeah? So we're going to run our back shin or our left shin parallel to the back edge of our mat, and we'll lengthen out through the right leg. Right hand or block is going to come to the inside of the leg, and we're going to open up into gate pose. So left arm reaching up, right foot can flex. Oh, you guys, this feels so good on my left hip. All right, let's return the left hand back down to the ground. We're going to keep both of these hands to the inside of your leg. We'll rebend into your right knee. We'll square off on the left leg. We'll tuck the toe, lift the knee, adjust the foot out again, and we're going to head into our side angle. So left arm reaches up. Right arm is down towards the ground. Still on a block to support us, yeah? Take your breath in. And with your exhale, let's bring you all the way up into a Virabhadrasana 2 position. Great. Arms can stay long or arms can work on your hips. Let's lengthen and then rebend into your front knee. So it's like we're going into our Warrior 2 and then our prep for triangle shapes. Great, last 3. Last 2, focusing on the strength of that inner thigh. Last 1, we'll meet with our front knee bent, arms reach front and back, reverse warrior. So right arm reaches all the way up and back. Really nice. With your exhales, let's return back through center. We'll lengthen through the front leg and head into triangle position. Yeah? Very similar to your gate pose, right? The only big difference is instead of having your back knee on the ground, your left leg is nice and long. 1 inhale. With your exhale, let's take your left hand down to the ground, right? Our left leg is going to square off. Our right hand will return to the outside. And we're going to step this left foot a little bit forward so we're in pyramid pose. Left foot is still turned out slightly. Let's move into a revolved pyramid. So right arm reaches up towards the sky. Good. Right hip continues to square back. The entirety of your feet, both of them, are on the ground. Really good. Let's return the right hand down to the ground. Return your left knee back onto that padding if you used it. And we're going to open up our chest to the right-hand side. We're going to go into a quad stretch here, yeah? So test out how it feels to just bend into your left leg. Great. Maybe you reach back with the left hand and grab for the outside of that left foot. Now, twisting this shape is totally optional, right? You can also do your quad stretches with the same arm and the same leg. It's really just preference because for some of us, twisting doesn't always feel great, Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's release that foot. We'll come back to our lunging position here by tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee. And let's step our left foot forward. We'll rise and stack all the way to standing. Left foot is going to lift up. We worked figure 4 chair last week, so let's bring it back. Left ankle on top of the right thigh, and we'll bend into our knees and sit back. Oh my God. Jeez, Louise, pepper cheese. You guys, the butt, I'm thinking back to what I did yesterday, and I have a feeling I know what did this. Yikes. We'll do one more breath here. And then we'll take the figure 4 off. We'll come back to just traditional chair and exhale, forward fold. Move those blocks out of your way. Plant the hands and let's move through your chaturangas. Upward facing. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. So nice. Let's do all of that on the other side. That was a lot. So left leg lifts, hip opens. Yeah. And we'll circle out, working into your left side hip flexor. Nice. Other way. And then we'll square off. We'll lengthen through the left leg. And we'll go knee to nose. We'll step through into our low lunge. All right. Blocks come underneath your hands. Right knee comes onto the ground, but I have my padding ready for my knees. Yeah. Okay. Whew. We'll take our breath in, and with your exhale, we'll lengthen through the left leg. Okay. Solid feelings going on here on this left-hand side. Great, we've got 3. Last 2. And last 1. We're gonna move into our gate pose. So I'll bring it back into a bend. We'll swivel through this right leg. We'll lengthen out through the left. Left hand on block is gonna come to the inside. Right arm is going to reach high. Big time stretch through that right side body and hip. Hello. Hello again. Oh. Yes. Y'all, I'm feeling it. All right. Let's return both of our hands down to those blocks. We'll rebend into our front knee. We'll square off. Tuck toe, lift knee, but we're gonna adjust straight back into our side angle. Yeah? Left arm down, right arm is reaching up nice and high. Now think about that same feeling and sensation you just felt, right? When we were technically doing like a triangle on the ground. Here we wanna feel something different. We wanna feel a sense of strength coming from our core, which includes our hips, your inner thighs, your legs. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, let's rise all the way up to our warrior 2, either arms out or arms on hips, so that we can lengthen and rebend into the knee, back and forth. Great, last 3. Last 2. And we'll meet with our bend in the front leg, reverse warrior. Left arm reaches all the way up and back. And with your exhale, triangle pose. Lengthen through the left leg, shift off center, work left hand down to that block, right arm reaches high. I'm always thinking about this top hip, trying to wrap up and back behind me, yeah? All right, my darlings, let's return our right hand back down onto the block. Yeah. We'll return towards our lunging position, shortening up our right foot position so we can go into revolved pyramid. God, it's still 2 straight legs, yeah. But we're just experiencing things a little bit different because we're taking this more intense focus on left hip and IT band. It's a lot of flexion also on that right ankle. So if you feel like the heel is just dying to peel up, just think about it working down as best you can. But if it peels up a little, it's not the end of the world. All right, left hand comes down, right knee comes down. Let's work quad on the other side, right? And because we're working quad kneeling, it can be a lot for that knee. So use whatever padding necessary. Right heel can peel in towards your bum, right? Left arm can reach back to access it. Wow. It feels a certain way on this side. All right, we'll release that foot. Tuck back toe, lift back knee. Step right foot forwards. And then we'll come back up, single-legged mountain, and into our figure 4 chair. So right ankle, left thigh. Yeah. Y'all, geez. Absolutely destroyed my own butt this weekend. And with inversions. Makes sense. Makes all the sense. I mean, it really does though, because all I train from everybody is that, you know, as much as like walking around on our feet, right, trains our legs in a certain way, so should training on our hands and our arms, right? Everything has to be strong, work with each other. All right, we'll bring it all the way back up to standing, reaching our arms up. Inhale, breath. And with your exhale, take it down. All right, halfway lift. And with your exhale, let's move through our chaturangas again. Oh. Upward facing. Nice. And with your exhale, downward facing. Feels so good to wiggle my butt. Oh, okay. Let's walk our feet to the center and our hands back towards the center. Great. And we'll rise all the way up to standing. Let's take some of our last moments of fold and split from the center. So I'm going to turn towards you. So turn towards an edge of your mat. And we're going to walk our feet out to the width, yeah? Whatever wide-legged position is for you. We'll lengthen out through our spine. Hands can be on your hips. And we'll go into our wide-legged fold. Hinge from the hip line and work down. Now, hand position, I'm going to leave it up to you on this one. You can wrap around the heels, wrap around the toes, grab for the ankles, right? Maybe you want a little shoulder opener, a little shoulder release. Hands come to the low back and you work your chest expansion. All right, from that wide-legged position, we'll meet almost in like a halfway lift. So hands will press into the ground, fingertips into the ground, whatever accessible. And we'll do some side-to-side shifts. Really good. We'll meet with the bend in the right leg. We'll pivot towards that space. And we're gonna go into more splits. So knee can come down to the ground, leg can lengthen in front of you, right? And you can slide this right leg forward any amount that's accessible to you. So this is like half split, almost to our 3/4, right? If you're wanting to work into your full splits, if you got it, heading down into that and just focusing on your squareness, yeah? We prep the body by opening the quads, the hip flexors, and the hamstrings. Now, remember that pyramid twist that we took earlier? One trick that I like to do to help me square off in my splits is to pretend like I'm twisting towards that leg that's forward, yeah? So this encourages my left hip to work forwards towards the front. Great, we're here for 5 more seconds. All right, we'll bring ourselves out of our splits. Ugh. And then we'll bring ourselves back up. If you use blocks with that side, bring them with you back into your wide fold. I'm gonna bring my phone so I can keep eyes on time. And same thing as before, you can take your little shift side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Great. All right, we'll maintain our bend now in the left leg. We'll start to head over towards that side. Splits, side 2. So you can work just from your half split, right? 3/4. Full. When I like to go full, right, I've kind of got myself in this 3/4 position. I like to tuck my back toe, lift up my back knee, and kind of slide my way down. And again, remembering my little twist trick. Thinking about rotating open towards the leg that's forward. We got 10 more seconds. All right, we'll bring ourselves out of here. And we'll take ourselves back towards that center. But we'll bring the legs closer, closer, closer together. And then we'll walk our knees down to the ground. We'll shift off to one side. And we'll bring the soles of our feet together, knees wide. So Baddha Konasana position. Any amount that feels comfortable. I like to set up some blocks for myself. And then I like to move forwards into the hips, especially today since my hips feel really, really, really tender. I'm just gonna take things a little bit easier, a little bit kinder. Hope you guys are feeling good. Whew. When's the last time you did some just straight up splits? All right, we'll bring ourselves up. Let's extend our right leg towards that upper right-hand corner. Yeah. We'll bring our left foot towards our right inner thigh and fold forwards in our half butterfly or our Ardha Baddha Konasana. Great, we'll bring ourselves up and we're gonna do half shoelace. So this left leg is gonna continue over the top of the other. And I want you to see if you can stack right knee on top of left. Flex into your right foot and start to move down. Think about creating a nice long spine. All right, we'll bring it up. Left sole of the foot is going to attach to the ground, still to the outside of your leg. Let's take a quick twist. So rotate over yourself towards the left-hand side. One time, breath in and breath out. Awesome. All right, we'll bring it back through center. Right sole of the foot works to left inner thigh, half butterfly. Good, we'll take one more breath here. One more breath out. Whew. And we'll bring ourselves back up. We'll do our half shoelace on the other side. So right leg crosses over the left. We're trying to stack the right knee on top of the left. And then I just think nice long spine. It's kind of a double intention stretch. So I'm getting back into my hamstrings, but also into my hips. We'll do one last breath here. And breath out. So good. We'll bring you up. Sole of the right foot works onto the ground, still to the outside. And we'll take, again, a twist. I'm doing the more intense version, hooking my arm around the side of the leg. Oof, I'm getting a cramp in my hip though. Nice. One more breath in. And breath out. Yes. We'll unwind our twist. We'll take our right leg back out to the side. We'll land in a straddle position. And let's be in that straddle for a few brief moments. All right, we'll walk ourselves all the way back up. Let's scoop up the outsides of our legs and bring ourselves into a seated position. With all this newfound space through the hips, through the arms, through the shoulders, take a quick assessment of what feels like it needs some TLC. Perhaps taking some final neck circles. Yeah, some final side bends. Originally, yoga asana, in its origins was intended to help people have the ability to sit comfortably in meditation for extended amounts of time. So while we're used to taking our final shavasana on the ground, which you can do, I would like to end our class here in a seated position, elevated, with a newfound sense of length. Let the breath happen naturally. And we'll take 5 more breaths. And at that last breath, we'll let your exhale drop the chin towards your chest. And I'll invite you to bring a hand to heart and a hand to belly. Recognizing who you are, where you are in this moment and in this space. A profound gratitude to be able to, again, move our bodies today. Thanks to all of you for your trust, for your willingness to show up. It really means a lot that you guys continue to log in week after week. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me teach you. really excited for what we have going on for the rest of the week. I need to take an Epsom salt bath, you guys. Desperately, desperately need that. My legs. Hi, Richard. All right, Sarah, I'm going back to this comment. Is it normal that sometimes I find myself sliding down the mat when we do windshield wipers? It is normal. That is normal. All that really means is that there might be a little bit of a lack of core engagement when doing your windshield wipers. So if you really focus on pushing your low spine into the ground, Sarah, when you do those, so you're doing your hip openers from a core engaged space, maybe you'll do a little less booty scooting down your mat. Claudia, our glutes contracted when we are in a split position. So the leg that is behind you is definitely in a contracted position, unless I'm doing a specific cue, like trying to zip the legs together. Yeah, zip. Then that can also be a moment for a lot of engagement. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Also, happy equinox to everybody. Mabon, if you celebrate. This is my favorite season. This is my favorite time of year. Oh, Miss Metaphysical, you are so welcome. Thank you for coming. Phoenix Anomaly, thank you. My booty was the booty. My booty needed a resurrection. Yes, yes, Sarah. Core in mind next time we do them. Yeah. Huge thank you. Thank you for joining from Argentina. That means so much. Yeah, you're welcome, Claudia. Right, Stephanie? And I'm just so excited that I get to celebrate this transition, this time, again, with some artistic expression this weekend, embodying my Druid Witch. I'm so excited. I got to practice. The piece is done. I just got to finish up some costuming elements and kind of like test out my makeup looks that I'm going for. I got a lot of ideas, but really need to see like what works, you know. Yes, Sarah, I love that. So for the rest of the week, if you're into taking some more classes with me, on Wednesday at 10 o'clock, we have our quick core. Yeah, these are online offerings. And then Thursday, we have our beginners class. I know, Steph, can I teleport you, please? It would be so wonderful to have your magical presence there. And then in person, I'm doing some sub-ins tomorrow, teaching bar, teaching power, teaching flow, here in LA at Soho. Normally on Wednesdays, I teach at Sony Pictures in the evening for the employees, but this week is online only, so that's cool. Because I need all the time I can at home to get shit done. And then, of course, my workshop on Saturday. So, yeah, I would love to see you guys again. If not online, in person. I'm kind of looking towards doing a little bit of a restructuring of my class offerings as we get closer to the end of the year. I was thinking about replacing Quick Core and trying to bring in a quick bar, like a weekly bar. Because I know I'm always like, bar is a big reason why a lot of my online followers are here. They found me on TikTok. I was talking about doing my bar and they were like, oh my God, I love it. I want it. So I'm thinking about adding that on or doing like a replacement because I can't really like add a lot more to my schedule. So I'm going to be like putting out some polls and stuff in my community. So please let me know what your thoughts are. Thinking about bringing that into play starting in like November or December. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see about it. And I know times are always difficult because I have like an international community and it's so hard to get everybody on the same time. So I'm going to do my best, see what times work best for people, and then start to update. Sadly, not going to make core beginners this week, but hope you have a fantastic week. Yes, yes. Excited to have all my lovely Southern Californians here. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you. That means so much. Yes, quick bar sounds great. I think so too. Doing like a 45-minute, that's like the quickest I can squeeze a bar in. So that will have to do. All right, my darlings. I'm gonna close it down. I got shit to do. But sending so much love to all of you. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you again for trusting me. And I really look forward to seeing you, if not this week, next Monday. Same time, same channel. All right, my loves. See you next time.